right, Unit 6.3 is about drug dosages, how much medicine to give people. And the workbook gives three different ways to calculate these. I am a fan of just one of them, which I think is superior to the other two. And so when I do these examples, I'm going to be showing you the cross multiplication method. I think it's the simplest one to set up, and there are some things that you can do with the units in it that will protect you from making certain kinds of mistakes in a way that the other two methods kind of don't. So let's see how this works here. They're saying the staff ratio for an evening shift is in the intensive care unit, ICU, is one nurse for every 4 patients. If there's 36 patients on the floor, how many nurses do we need? What you do when you're setting these up is you're going to write a proportion, meaning you're going to write what look like two fractions with an equal sign between them. And one of these fractions is going to be completely given to you in the problem. The other one is going to be, you'll have half of it and the other half will be unknown. In this case, for instance, they tell us that we have the ratio of 1 nurse to 4 patients. So 1 nurse can look after 4 patients. That part's given. And then they give us part of the other one. They say 36 patients on the floor. It is very important when you set up a proportion like this that the units line up. So in this one we had nurses over patients. In this one we must also have nurses. I'll put that here. And patients on the bottom. There are 36 patients, we're told that. We don't know how many nurses there are. So you can put a question mark or an X to fill that space. And so this is saying if 1 nurse can cover 4 patients, then how many nurses does it take to cover 36 patients? And the way you get at this number is with a procedure we call cross multiplying, which means you multiply the two numbers that are in opposite corners, in this case 1 times 36. And once you have that, you divide by the remaining number, the 4 patients. 1 times 36 is 36, divided by 4 gives you 9. 9 is this number, the number of nurses. It works that way every time, and it doesn't matter where the X is. No matter which value you're trying to find, it's always multiply the two that are on the diagonal, opposite corners, divide by the number you haven't touched yet, and that will give you the missing one. Now, I want to point out, as long as these units are lined up, it doesn't matter which one is on top and which one is on the bottom. So if somebody sitting next to you writes it this way, they could say patients on top. They could say for every 4 patients you need 1 nurse. So then for 36 patients you need how many nurses? If you cross multiply this, you again get 1 times 36 divided by 4. It's the same calculation in any case. So 1 times 36 divided by 4, and again you come up with 9 nurses. So you don't really have to worry about which unit is on top. What you have to worry about is that the units are lined up. In both of these we have patients on top, nurses on the bottom. If you're consistent about that, these will work fine.